Greg. So, you guys passed a day. Day 7. Alex attended her university, gathered information on Blue, James Hoy, or you attempted to. So that was actually, you've passed through day, just 7. You tried information on Blue. You hacked the cell phone that Percival Cortez gave to Jason, and learned some stuff on there. Learned about gave it an address and something called Herald's Watch and an image of an eye above a city. The eye had wings, and text mentioning Order of Heralds and an address saying pretty dangerous to another detective named Gabriela Guevara. So Vanessa met with Martha Grace, an individual who expressed her apocalyptic worldviews and revealed she had the ability to teleport, and then invited Vanessa to take some Soma that evening, and suggested that Vanessa would be a valuable asset to some mysterious group that might offer protection from coming disasters. And so Vincent investigated locksmiths connected to a shootout between the Jamaican gang and the Latin Kings that occurred 12 days ago. Visited a pawn shop, hoping to gather information on the Jamaican gang, connecting to Robyn's disappearance. And later that evening, Vanessa took Soma with Martha, who seemed to be testing Vanessa's reaction to the drug, and revealing connection between alcohol and aggression, or lack of aggression inhibition. And then Martha left. And Jason met with Alice to discuss their findings on the phone, and Alice expressed concerns about Jason investigating these corrupt police officers alone, and Jason just talked about how Percival Cortez was forcing him to work on the case by threatening his mother, and you guys agreed they should stick together, investigate the Order of Herald's address as a team. Then we can jump to Friday, day 8. So, right now, Jason, PCs. Okay, for today, what are your plans? How are you planning on spending downtime points?
Wanted to add an idea for an op, if people are interested. So I have that job for my family that I was doing. I figured out that the company I was investigating has links to the Yakuza.
Vanessa has been asked by her father, please go. We have a new accounting startup firm that we're hiring. Please go vet them. It's possible. We want to make sure that they're not doing anything. We want to make sure they're not spying on us, doing it for some other group. So Vanessa goes there and speaks to them, and also got Finley and Vincent to break into their place and get information. The information they got was that this firm is called Black Forest Accounting. They are actually trying to get information on Vanessa's brother and cousin, because these two individuals appear to be sticking their nose into Irish mob drug stuff. It's not clear how and what manner they're sticking their nose into Irish mob drug business, but this company, Black Forest, is basically trying to get blackmail information from them for that reason. Who is in charge of Black Forest Accounting? It's some Japanese tech firm called Soma Innovations. They are apparently run by Yakuza. So, Vanessa's dad has said, hey, just check out this new accounting firm, see if they're legit or not. Vanessa has checked them out. They are not. They're trying to get blackmail information to Durst family members. Because those family members are poking their nose into Irish mob drug stuff, the funders of this are Yakuza. There's a phrase that those family members are asking the wrong questions to the Irish mob. And so I will tell you, your family your family has some connections to the Irish mob, but they're not like members of the Irish mob. They're not doing the Irish mob's bidding. If the Irish mob does their drug stuff, your family owns some real estate that the Irish mob uses and stuff like that. And so the drug stuff happens on the real estate at times, and so whatever, that's that much involvement. But typically, your family members are not involved in their business directly.
And so I could either just tell my Vanessa's dad what I've learned so far, or I've thought a lot about it, and I have a job for everybody in this plan. But how does everybody feel about kidnapping and extortion? Down? Everybody's down?
Not great.
Yeah, but what if they're bad guys? So basically, I want to kidnap the two guys that are in charge of this financial consulting company. I want to figure out exactly what their intentions are. I have some details, but I don't have the full picture. and then have them set up a meeting with the Yakuza, and then basically say, hey, I want $100,000, or I'm going to tell, like, not only this powerful crime-affiliated family that you're planning some shit against them, and also tell your bosses in Yakuza, which I'm assuming they'd at least have to cut off a finger or whatever. Be very bad for their honor. So they're trying to dig up information about my family. I'm trying to build up more reputation with my family so that I can utilize their resources in order to advance our broader goal. And I don't like that the Yakuza is sniffing around the Durst business and trying to find weak points in it. And I'm trying to find... So if I tell Vanessa's father, I don't know what the result of that's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be, like, violent or competent or... I don't know what's going to end up happening with all that. So I'm trying to find a non-violent solution to eliminating the interest that the Yakuza has in my family. So I want to basically give their guys back and go, hey, I know everything, and I'm going to tell the Dursts this, and you have an opportunity, and your bosses, that you fucked up, and you have the opportunity to stop that from happening by giving me money. So it's, like, important to me and what I'm trying to do, and then how that relates to our long-term goals. And it also gets us money because I want to stop having a job, and we need money to do stuff.
Sounds cool. Vanessa has presented a fun heist thing. She found out that 2 of her potential, for her family, financial advisors or something like that, are working with the Yakuza, are owned by the Yakuza, and her dad asked to check them out, and she's thinking we should capture them, question them, and then try to do some dealings with the Yakuza or something like that. Is that close?
Yeah. Try to extort money and get them to stop whatever their nefarious plan is with my family.
I think it's fun, but I definitely think it might be a better idea to ask your dad and then say, we want to do this, or I want to do this, and then get his support.
Or maybe talk to your brother first. If he's someone that you'd consider an ally, maybe talk to him before you do anything. He might have good information for you on what he's been looking into that's got the Yakuza so interested in him.
Okay, I can do that first. Yeah, all right. I'll talk to my brother and talk to my dad first and then see what he wants to do about it. But telling my dad does remove a lot of potential leverage, but...
Matt, you were going to say something?
I was going to say that Jasen has an alternative heist, which would be to go to the Order of the Herald house and see if they can figure out what happened with the missing officer, police detective.
Yeah, we could do that on Saturday. Yeah, I'll just talk to my family. That's fine.
I'd say start with your brother, because then you can decide after if you want to tell your dad or not. And also you, Jasen, should talk to Robyn's parents.
It sounds like you were asking Jasen more information about that potential op.
Man, I really that hard to hear.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Jasen would explain that Alice hacked into the phone and got these messages that the person who has disappeared was investigating this Order of the Heralds, and that we have their address. That might be a good lead.
Yeah, if you'd like, Matt, I can just review to everybody, because I think I already have before everybody what all the information that you got from the phone.
Yeah, I have it too. I'm opening it up on my computer.
Okay.
Such a big file. From O'Malley phone. So there is a list of officers who are displaying suspicious behavior. Thinks that these officers are part of a network distributing Soma. There were 8 people on the list, including high-ranking detectives. The officers were distributing Soma in Cutthroat City, selling to gains like Little Z and the Last of the Last, and Mara, and also has a section in his notes called Herald's Watch. There appears to be a picture of a sigil of an eye above a city, some wings coming off of the eye. One of the last text messages is to another detective saying, Order of the Heralds, pretty dangerous, and there is an address. And
by the way, one other piece of information that I neglected to tell you, that message was never sent.
Oh, okay. Unsent message. Correct.
Or it never got through. It was attempted to send, but it never got through.
That other detective could be in danger, the one that he tried to send a message.
Yeah, it's a potential lead. This address is another lead, and because we're all big, strong adventurers, that's something we could potentially investigate.
Yeah, a couple options here. First, it sounds.
Let's do Matt's thing.
Okay.
But you guys should still go talk to Robyn's parents today.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that too.
I can do research on the detective that he tried to send a message to, and on the Heralds. I can do some online research and some library research while you guys go talk to Robyn's family.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah. Okay, so, all right, we'll go through day 8. It is Friday. October 2nd, and 64 degrees, sparse showers. There's a story in the New York Times, published by Lisa Marie McIntosh, that it's not quite front page, but it's like second page. Soma, the perfect drug. And so it talks about this new designer drug on the streets. Nobody knows where it's coming from. Extremely complex organic compound, require a lot of very expensive equipment to manufacture. In other words, it's made by people with lots of money, not in somebody's garage. The article suggests serious investigation, which is not happening. That the police are indifferent to it. People are treating it as just another party drug, but it is more than just another party drug. She suggests it is suspiciously perfect. You can take antihistamines to ramp it down, and each dosage does a different thing, suggesting it's possibly the most complex tailor-made drug ever known. That there's not just 2 doses levels, there's 4, and then they each do different things. And she suggests things like it could be used at high dosage as a date rape drug, and perhaps there's long-term effects that we don't know anything about, which is why street drugs are illegal in the first place. If it's a big drug, and she cites some like sources that are saying that the drug is being used by a large portion of like youth, and one source even says that it is potentially being manufactured by organized crime, such as the Korean Haesan syndicate. That's the story in the New York Times. Okay.
Ooh.
1 second. Okay. All right. So we'll go through the big ones. So it sounds like, all right, Jasen, you're first going to. Actually, let's go to the people that may not have huge encounters.
We have the hugest encounters here.
Yeah. Helga, you go to work.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and it's uneventful. It's work.
Yep.
And yeah, okay, so we'll leave it at that. And then Alice. Yeah, everybody's receiving memes from Helga throughout the day. All right, so Alice, you guys are trying to gather information on Gabriela Garcia.
Yeah.
Okay. Or sorry, Guevara?
My notes just say other detective.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Her name is Gabriela Guevara. So give me an Let's see what this be. Let's do a technical computers roll for that.
They're rolling.
Oh shit! Let me turn on my bad.
Did you do this?
All right. It should be running now.
One.
Nice. Okay. So Gabriela Guevara she's a detective, and she spent years working as a beat cop in Bronx PD. She's a homicide detective, moved to homicide after working 5 years in Vice, and she's been going after organized crime and that kind of thing. She has a great reputation and has a lot of cases under her belt. And there's rumors that her father who's passed away, was the head of the Latin Kings. Yeah.
And there's no suspicion of her also being missing or on that. She's not on the list, obviously, of dirty.
No.
Dogs. Okay, so she's someone that may be spoken.
Let's see. Okay, that's information on Gabrielle Guevara. No indication she's not on that list of individuals that. She's the person that O'Malley was trying to text.
Yeah. Does he have previous text history with her?
Yeah, they appear to be partners. Or they are his detective partner.
Okay, all right. I'll text Jasen like that. She might be someone to talk to if you want to talk to someone related to that case.
Sounds good. Thank you for looking her up.
Yeah.
All right,
Probably
so
concerned about him.
okay, so and you're also trying to gather information on Order of Heralds. So give me a computer roll for that.
Okay, 1 success.
There's nothing other than like some gospel and some. There's a faction in Pathfinder called Order of Heralds, but they're a crusader faction. They deal with demonic threats, but that's all. That's it.
Okay. That could be a euphemism if this cop was a nerd.
Could be.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they're all nerds.
And Herald's Watch, you don't learn anything about that. There's nothing in Pathfinder about Herald's Watch. Yeah, you don't find any information about that.
Cool.
Let's see. And then you're going to visit that neighborhood with Vincent. Okay, we'll do that second. It sounds
Who's yelling?
Oh, that's Brittany Ray. She's celebrating that she got her. Because we're working on it. We're doing a circus performance on Saturday. By the way, you guys are invited. But she's still working her piece and trying to find music. And
Can you
Wow.
send us the link to a far?
yeah, okay, I'll do that. See, Jason. Actually, let's do and let's do Jason first. He is gonna be. So at first that you're doing work, just trying to investigate that stalker.
Yep.
All right. So first, why don't you give me an observation scout roll +1.
2 success.
What was that?
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Yeah. So you do learn some information about the stalker case, and so an individual is being stalked. Let's see. Okay. So you learn indications that the person who hired you is an individual within the Albanian mafia.
So many mafias.
Yeah, there's a lot of mafias around. So you're hired by like the wife of the wife of some like captain in the Albanian mafia, and the person who is stalking her. If you've gotten some glimpses of him, and he's a guy who wears a mask, and he actually appears to be a vigilante. And you did a little bit of research on this guy's identifying markers, and he is quite potentially a pretty brutal vigilante. The various names: the Hammer of Justice, Blue Shield, Shield of Justice. He's a one-man protection racket, works for the Cosa Nostra, and supposedly, and yeah, he goes around and beats people bloody, and yeah, he's a terrorizer and torturer, so you've heard, and he's stalking the wife of this other mobster. Yeah, and that's basically. But you haven't learned the identity of this individual. You were paid to learn the identity of the individual, so you could end the job or continue to carry on the job later on another day, like trying to find out who this guy is.
I guess we'll do it later.
Okay, so. Then your next step of the day, I'm talking to Robyn's parents. So that is also Jason and Vanessa and Vincent. Vincent, you're going with Jason and Vanessa to check out the family? But you're just...
I was just gonna stay outside and look around in case they need any backup.
Okay.
See if there's anyone else watching the house.
Okay.
So we could take separate transportation.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And Vanessa and Jason, you're taking the same vehicle?
Sure.
You all head out, Jason and Vanessa and Vincent, to the family there in Hollis, Queens. So, yeah, you ride out there, and you're heading down the highway, and heading just past Cummings Park, and nothing. Vincent, you follow their car out into the neighborhood, and you park, and a little bit of ways, and you sit there and drive around the block, and a little bit, and then before they go in, and you guys make sure that there's like cars that are home. It's about 1 p.m. and there's a SUV that's home, white SUV. It's a nice neighborhood, the kind where the lawns are all too manufactured, everything isn't a fucking leaf on the ground, that kind of neighborhood. And Vincent, you park some distance away, enable you to watch, and you got their numbers on speed dial, and they park near the house and get out and walk up the stairs, knock on the door. They're saying some words, and they go into the house, and then you wait for maybe 20 minutes, and then and you're looking around, and you don't see anything suspicious, and then they come out again, and they get in their car and drive off, and you follow them, and they give you a call, and Vanessa tells you that they had a conversation with the family, and they learned a little bit, and they learned that Robyn was potentially hanging out at the Jamaica Coliseum Mall, and so we're gonna go there and check things out, and you agree, and so you follow their car, and you're heading down towards the South Jamaica neighborhood. So Vanessa and Jason, you are blacked out for about 30 minutes. No sensory experiences, though your minds are active what are you doing? What do you do in that time?
You said not Vincent, correct?
Yeah, Jason and Vanessa.
Yeah, Jason will
Very
he'll meditate.
Okay.
He's a little surprised that this is out of bounds, but he's cool with it.
Jason, are you trying to do anything particular with your meditation, achieve a certain depth or effect, or just trying to chill out?
He's gonna use some little magic tricks. He's been interested in like how he knows that people are using magic in this world, and he knows that he's used magic in another world, so he's gonna play little mind games and do little tricks.
Okay, so you're gonna try to conjure up a completely vivid image of the world, or of
Sure, yeah.
something. Okay, so give me a insight mindful roll. Let's see. In this case, it's gonna be +3 for this environment, but then -5, so -2.
-2 total.
Yeah.
1 success.
Okay, I will narrate that in just a second. Sam, what's Vanessa doing this time?
Can I do anything if I can't meditate?
Yes, you can try to do stuff.
So can I? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a black void. What am I gonna do? Can I try to make a portal to Chairmog?
Okay, so you have you basically can't, you can very, without really trying, you basically try to picture doing things, but your image of what it is that you're doing, it gets taken over by just your mind is moving all about, and when you form an image of your hands or something, it's you lose track of it. Where were my hands supposed to be? It's nothing is there. None of these images. Occasionally you'll get an image in your head, but it's not locked in place. But why don't you give me an insight mindful roll minus.
Is this meditation?
I'm not saying it's meditation. You're trying to focus on mental imagery, on getting solid mental imagery. It sounds like.
Kind of check me into meditating.
You're trying to focus your mind. You're trying to use the power of your mind to.
Okay, I fail.
Okay. Yeah. So nothing really. You spend this time just trying to get a clear picture. But you're imagining doing it, but it's all is like a memory. It's you're remembering doing working on doing a spell. Yeah. So it's almost like you just spend the time remembering and just imagining loosely how to do it. And then you're back. Actually, Jason, resolving your action there. So Jason, you form an image in your head of where are you?
Jason is in his New York City apartment, and he's healing people. It's there's a line of bums, and
Okay.
they're at the door. He's healing them one at a time.
All right, and it's
Ravenland
yeah.
powers.
Okay, so it's locked in it visually, and it's you break through this barrier mentally, imagery just locks into place, super crisp and clear as if you're there. You can see it and every detail. And you're in an apartment. Line of bums, line of homeless people shuffling in and going, "Oh, can you heal me? I got a bum leg." And someone is, "I got stabbed by this rat." And so you're imagining that you are casting healing hands on these people and that you have an endless supply of willpower. And so let's see. Yeah, okay. You spend the 30 minutes doing that. And then you are back. You're driving down both Jason and Vanessa, you're driving down the highway. You suddenly recall having been in Hollis in the neighborhood, coordinating with Vincent. He checked out the area first, and you guys got out, went into a nice family home, met with Nicole Moore, Robyn's mother. David's at work, but you guys spoke with her. She was charming. She's welcoming. Jason introduces himself as actually both of you, private investigators, and trying to follow the lead on Jamaican gangs and have heard of the disappearance. So you go in, and she sits you down, and you guys tell her about it, how you exchange information. She says that Robyn disappeared, walked out of her home apparently on the morning of September 17th. There is evidence that there's bus footage. She took the city bus to Jamaica 179th Street. That's a subway stop. That's a 20-minute walk from the mall, Jamaica Coliseum Mall. Robyn has been going to the mall. She's young, but she has some friends, a group of friends after school. They'd been going to the mall. And Nicole says there's also young members of the Jamaican gangs who hang out at the mall and they deal drugs to kids and stuff. Nobody ever actually spotted Robyn hanging out with those gangs. Nicole is obviously very worried because Robyn started a few days before. Robyn started fantasizing about being a queen of fairies and having lost a sister named Isa, and she thinks maybe Robyn was on Soma. Maybe Robyn was taking Soma, and she just read about this drug and heard about it. And maybe she thinks that maybe she got dealt drugs with Soma, and so then she took off on the 17th, took a bus to that area, that neighborhood, and then she also gives you contact information for some of her friend, the family of some of Robyn's friends who used to hang out at the mall with.
Wait, so just to be clear, she was fantasizing about the Queen of Fairies. She took a bus into the territory of the Jamaica gang.
Yeah, Jamaican Coliseum Mall is in that territory.
She took a bus to the mall and disappeared.
Not directly to the mall. She took a bus to a subway stop that is a 20-minute walk from the mall. It is a little bit weird because that bus does continue to the mall. She got off like 2 stops before the mall.
How does the mom know this?
Footage. There was footage on from the bus. The police looked into it.
She gets off the bus and she's never seen again.
That's right.
Okay. But keep going though.
Yeah. So you were saying she was fantasizing about being Queen of the Fairies and that she lost a sister. She had a sister named Isa, who she lost, and Nicole thinks it was where maybe she was in a drug-induced haze and left to look for this sister, this fantasizing sister. And then you guys decided to go to the mall to check it out because maybe you could spot some gangs, or maybe
I think Jasen would want to go to the bus.
You don't have a choice then. This is memories. But now, after you have a memory of going, this is my decision, and we're gonna go to the mall to check this out. Then you guys get in the car and you drive, and now you're lucid again. This memory has come to you. You can now make your own choice.
I think that Jasen would want to drive to the bus stop and then walk to the mall.
Okay.
There. Go on her exact route.
Yeah. You're in the car. Any conversation?
I guess
That was weird.
As they're driving there, Jasen would be like, "Yeah, that's like my 3rd or 4th time that happening. It's not a big deal. We need to figure out how to use magic again. And obviously, people have magic here, and we should be able to use it too somehow." It's interesting. In the Ravenlands, we got our magic from the gods. The gods came into the Ravenlands from outside, and they gave us the ability to do magic. I guess this is interesting because, like, Jason's spoken to a god, right? Multiple gods. He's spoken to Flo and he's spoken to Raven.
Yeah, as far as you could tell.
So,
Except for blood magic.
but the Jasen of this world is like an atheist. So he has these like conflicted views on religion now. Where on the one hand he's met a god, multiple gods, but on the other hand he also has a more materialistic version of himself. So maybe he's trying to think about like how maybe there's like a scientific explanation for how magic works. That like we entered Chermog through the Ravenlands, like we went into Chermog, but then we went into this world. We left Chermog. So maybe like somehow magic is able to get into both this world and our world, Ravenlands. I don't know. I think this is something we have to figure out though. Like it's super useful if we could use magic again.
I have a suspicion that it might be demonic possession.
That's an interesting idea. I'm beginning to wonder if Blue was able to summon the demon. We had Blue was able to access magic somehow, and then he summoned that bear demon, and then that bear demon probably killed him.
That's possible. I just assumed he was the bear demon.
That's an alternative too.
When I told
So you guys are planning on wearing his skin. Anyway, go on.
it's not an issue for me, really. I don't know if you guys want to wear his skin, but I don't care. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I just assumed he TF'd into a werebear.
TF'd?
Transformed.
Oh.
Back in the Ravenlands, you could summon demons, right?
Not. I could open a portal to Chermog with which demons could emerge.
Maybe this guy did the same thing.
That's possible. We still haven't investigated under that elevator.
I don't think that the elevator is the secret to using magic.
No, but it might be a thin barrier to Chermog, especially with that corpse smell. I don't know. There might be like a connection there.
All right, we can look into that.
We won't know. But if assuming that using magic isn't just demon possession, then I would also like to be able to use magic again.
All right, let's investigate this more later. But for now, let's go to this bus stop at the subway station.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll sadly draw like a rune in the dust on Jason's dashboard.
All right. So, are you trying to cast a spell doing that, or are you just doodling?
If I can, I guess trying to cast a spell, but knowing it won't work.
What spell are you trying? What rune?
Actually, yeah, I'll do illusion because that's a pretty safe.
Okay.
And it doesn't.
You
It's
do
not a
magical
ritual.
sea lion.
I'll do magical seal lion.
So parts of that illusion would be, or the sigil would be indicating basically who's the victim, or rather, are you trying to hide something, or are you trying to make something be seen that isn't there? And this would be like a small element of the dashboard, or you can try something larger.
Does
Yeah,
he have
like
one of those hula girls on there?
yeah, I'll try to make something appear that's not there. Like an image of the Vikessa from the Raven.
Okay.
That's like 1/6 scale.
Yeah, let's see. All right, so you'd be trying to cast that. Okay, so how would you describe is going on in your mind, and as far as what you are? How are you making this possible? How would you be trying to make this possible in your mind? What are the mechanisms? Given that usually the mechanisms of magic, how you would do it in the Ravenlands, is you'd be tapping into a source of power. You sense that power and using images, words, movements, and so on, sigils in your case, to as almost like passwords to certain expressions of that powerful river of magic. How, given that's how it usually is, and you can usually feel that, in this case you can't feel that river of magic, how would you be attempting to make this happen with your mind?
Going through the motions of drawing out the symbol, and then I guess just reflecting on the feeling of it working, and then imagining the self-image of myself in the Ravenlands, and then trying to project that into this little within the boundaries of this little symbol.
Okay. All right. So give me you have a specialization, insight magician or insight magic. A roll of that, as well as wit's path of signs, and -12 from both of those. Combine those together, basically, they will all be base dice. Yeah, just total those numbers together and roll them as base dice. -12. Oh, sorry, not 12. 16.
A lot. 2 successes.
Okay.
Which I was not expecting.
Yeah. Okay, so...
I hope it's all that and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Oh. Okay. You succeed. Suddenly a tiny image of Alyssum appears on your dashboard, Jason. Or sorry, not Alyssum, Vikessa from the Ravenlands standing there.
He's completely surprised by this, shocked.
Okay, Jason, give me a driving roll.
I'm also shocked, but I'm not driving.
All right. There's 2 different driving.
Yeah, use the higher one. That was I'll just delete this one.
1 success.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to avoid hitting in the nearby cars. Vincent, you're behind them, and you spot the car swerves and shit. So continue with the scene.
I'm
What the hell is that?
I don't know, I just made it.
Wow.
I'm a little flabbergasted.
It's still, the image is still there, and Vanessa, you know that spell lasts 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was just trying to make an illusion, and it worked.
Holy shit. This changes everything. Jason gives Vikessa's illusion a high five.
And I make the illusion give him a high five.
Yeah, it would respond with a little high five.
Is it touchable?
No,
So what happens when he tries to touch it?
nothing. Fingers go through it.
It's a little me.
Okay.
Get out.
I figured something out.
Oh, yeah, what do you guys do from here? You head to so we stop. Jason and Vanessa.
So we're going to the bus stop?
Actually, I'll come back to you guys, but I want to resolve maybe Vincent was going to help Alice put up cameras when visiting the neighborhood of the address.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be after this. All right, so you guys head to the bus stop, and okay, 1 second. Okay.
Is this the day we're watching movies, or do we have
Yeah.
plans for the end of the day already?
It would be you guys watching movies at Helga's place.
Okay.
Watching The Witch.
Wait, did we walk between the bus stop and...
So I haven't narrated that yet. So you park near the bus stop, and you're planning on walking from there to the mall?
Yeah, Jason wants to do like an investigator, like he's looking around.
Okay. All right, give me an observation investigator roll. Yeah, you're walking along down the road. You're looking for clues, and you don't particularly find anything interesting. However, Vincent starts to notice that he thinks you guys are being tailed by someone, and yeah, Vincent describes a guy who, like a kind of nondescript white guy, which is unusual in this neighborhood. Most people here are black or Latino, and it's a nondescript white guy who's got eyesight glasses on and jeans and sneakers and a backpack, and he's seen him several times as you guys have been walking, and we've seen him passing opposite directions and you think that you guys are being followed by this guy. And you're maybe like most of the way to the mall by now.
How far away is he?
Like a block away.
We could.
Jason's just gonna confront him. He's gonna be like, "Who the hell are you? Why are you following?"
Okay, you turn and you walk towards him, and he turns down a street and starts walking down the street away.
Jason chases after him, and he's got his club out.
Okay. All right, the guy's like, what the fuck, man? I
Hey,
got
why-
nothing. Take my wallet.
Why are you following him? You're following.
He's I'm sorry, man. I wasn't trying to I wasn't following you. Look, you can take my wallet. I'm going that way, okay?
What are you doing? Are you playing a game right now?
No, I'm playing no games, man. I'm playing no games.
No. What are you doing with your eyesight glass?
What do you do? I'm just my glasses. You want these? Okay?
Jason's
Look.
memorizing this guy's face. I'm not asking for your glasses. I'm asking why you're following him.
I'm not following you, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going home, okay?
How many times is this guy?
Like 4 times.
We've seen you 4 times.
It's like-
He's tailing.
I don't know, man. I
I want a little insight on this guy. Is he lying?
All right.
Shit, I got a hungry baby.
Okay.
4 plus 3.
Give it a hamburger.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, if you could roll. I got 4 plus 3.
Vikessa have special
Okay.
insight abilities.
I got no successes there. I presume other maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna do insight.
Okay.
Which insight is it?
So this is just. You're trying to read if he's lying. Is that
Yeah.
what? Yeah. You can directly try to determine if he's lying by rolling minus insight. It would be reader minus.
I don't succeed.
Okay. Oh, but minus 3 to determine if they're lying, or 3 successes.
But I will say, so we're in like a side alley. Is there anyone around?
No, you're down side street.
Side street. Is there anyone close to us?
Yeah, there's people. There's people around. It's not like a. Yeah, it's like a. It's a neighborhood with brownstones, like low-income brownstones, and there's like maybe 4 other people in the same block. Somebody bringing their groceries in, and
I'll flash my piece and then I'll say I'd recommend you be a little more forthcoming, but I'm not gonna pull it out. I pull it like halfway out of my coat pocket and put it back.
okay, he's. I'm sorry, man. Just take my wallet, okay? And
Brian.
Yeah.
Is it safe to assume that if he was following them, that he saw Vincent with them? Or-
yes,
Okay. Vincent will approach and say, "We're part of a special operation. Can we see your ID?"
he's. Yeah, sure, man.
And
he like takes out his wallet and he hands you his ID. His name is Jimmy Flynn.
Okay, I'll take a picture of his ID and say, and we're gonna have to see the eyesights and grab those and ask him, "Is this your current address?"
Yeah. He's like
Okay.
looking around the street as if looking for help. Some
I'll
people, you see, you guys are being discreet enough, but
Do I know?
there's like a woman at a beauty salon hosing down the sidewalk, like across the street, who usually glances at you guys, and he's looking. His body language is Jimmy's body language is looking nervous. He's being mugged. He thinks like he's being mugged. Good.
Do I know how to turn these things off?
Just quick twist on. No, no. I'm gonna say no. And you can give me. You fiddle around with it. It's probably some series of taps or a button that you hold down.
Hold it to your
an
mouth
Apple
and say,
product.
hold it up to your face and say turn off.
It's an Apple product. There's probably one spot on it that. Yeah, there's like a single button.
Okay, I'll press and hold it.
Okay. It appears to. But there's no indication unless you're like looking through the lenses. You see the lenses display the Apple logo and then nothing from the inside.
I'll say you look out of place in this neighborhood. What brings you to this part of town?
It says like I'm a reporter. I don't know. I'm looking for potential leads.
You're just wandering the street looking for potential leads.
But yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do as a reporter. I look for leads.
What's his
I don't
name
know.
again?
Jimmy Flynn.
Who do you work for, Jimmy Flynn?
I'm a freelance. I work for myself.
Who
I mean-
have you worked for in the past?
I work for. I don't know. I've sent articles into to a few. Just rags, man. Just a little bit here and there.
I'll take out my phone and look him up. See if I can find an article that he's written.
Okay, yeah, he's written a few. He's rags, a couple like local. Just this place was supposed to have rats, and it's a piece of shit place, and the owner is having an affair with his wife, and then other like clickbait shit about is Brownstone the newest or Brownsville, like the newest cutthroat city, and blah blah blah. Yeah, shit reporting stuff.
Jason will ask him if he's ever written anything about a girl who went missing in this neighborhood. Robyn Osborne?
More.
More?
He's like, no, I don't know about a missing girl around here.
Were you following us because you thought we might make a good story?
I wasn't following you guys. I honestly, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
That's exactly what someone would say if they didn't want us to know that they were following us.
Yeah.
You see why we're in a bind, don't you?
You said what?
You said you see why we're in a bind, don't you?
I said, yeah, but you can't. That's like lack of evidence is not evidence. Oh man, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what to tell you.
This isn't a court of law. We want to know why you were following us.
Guys, I don't know. I wasn't following you. I'm serious.
Why were you were just walking around looking for lead?
Yeah, I'm in the neighborhood. I don't know.
Tell me your process. So like, where did you start? Where are you going?
Where did I start? I don't know. I got on the subway. I drove here.
This area specifically to look for lead.
Yeah, there might be like a restaurant around here that has bad shit going on in it. I don't. He looks like he's close to tears. I don't know, man.
Have you seen anything suspicious today?
No, there's some. I don't know. There's some like maybe gang stuff going on.
Where's the
down the street? I don't know. I just saw a bunch of people like. There's like too many people over in the basketball court or something. I think they're down the basketball court. There's like too many like the gangsters or whatever. So maybe I'll go wander around there. Maybe that's what I'm here for. All right. So I don't know. Can you guys leave me alone?
I guess we should just let this guy go.
Can I have my glasses back?
Better give him back his glasses.
Yeah. We may be working towards the same goal. We may be able to help you with your stories. Can we get your contact? Can we get a number for you? And we'll let you go.
He's sure, and his hands are shaking, and he pulls out like a card, a business card. He's like, "This is my card, man. And if you need, I gather information, I investigate stuff. So if you ever need, I got no shit around town. I'm usually not around here. I don't know. I'm usually in Manhattan, but
we're sorry to have bothered you. We were just concerned you were following us.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm going that way. So that's.
I'll tell him like, calm down. We're not mugging you. We're looking for a girl that disappeared in this area.
Okay, I haven't seen her. All right. Good to meet you. What are your names? And he like laughs a little bit.
Jason just walks off.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
And he like wanders off, looking back.
I'll say I'm Vanessa Durst, and I'll give him my phone number, and I say, listen, if you hear anything, or if you remember anything about disappearances in the area or anything relevant, please contact me immediately. We're very worried about this young woman.
All right. Yeah, and
you are very excitable, and you need to calm down.
He's like, yeah, man. Get approached by 3 people here in Jamaica who want your wallet and want your information and think they're following you.
We never asked you. Just try to give us your wallet.
Yeah, I know, but you started accusing me of surrounded me, accused me of following you guys. Hey, come on, I wasn't following you guys. And you stopped me on the street. Just let a man go, okay? But look, okay, I got your, and then you got my information. All right, cool. You look me up, but you're not intimidating me, okay? I don't know. Can I go?
James, we're not trying to intimidate you.
Okay, cool. All right.
You drove all the way out here to wander around looking for That's super weird.
That's my business, man. Like, who cares? Who cares what I do?
All right, it's just weird.
Right. Point taken. I'll be less weird, police.
I
See ya.
feel like that's not going to happen. Have a good day.
All right. He walks off, muttering.
I will text to the group a picture of his ID and his card.
Is Vincent good at sneaking?
I think so.
I say maybe
stealth.
I say maybe try and tail that guy on the sly for a block or 2.
Okay. We have his address and his card, but
I just want to see if he like meets up with somebody or does anything weird.
Okay. I'll pretend to walk off and then I can try to tail him.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
I almost hope it fails just so he's extra freaked out.
1 success.
Okay. He spots you after a block and he like stops. He's like, "Come on, man. What's going on? Leave me alone."
I just give him a thumbs up and wave him off.
And he like starts to jog away.
Yeah, I won't continue. I'll walk the other way.
All right, we're just continuing our investigation, so it should be pretty easy.
So yeah, your investigation. You don't. What?
Go ahead. Sorry. I was gonna say. So she disappeared at the last place she was seen was this bus stop.
Yeah, that's where she got off the bus
to go to the mall.
Yeah,
but never got to the mall. So as far as
she could have gotten to the mall. But...
Okay. Can I try to do detect magic?
Yeah, you could. You could try to do that.
So
Go ahead, Matt.
My understanding was that we were walking from the bus to the mall, doing this investigation when all this happened. So were you like halfway to the mall at this point, or
You're like almost there. You're like a block away from them. So
did you want to walk back to the bus stop to do the detect magic, or?
Yeah. They'll do detect magic near the bus stop. I'll detect magic at the last place she was reported we've seen, which is the bus stop. Or I'll try
Okay.
to do
Sense magic.
But Jason would explain to Alyssum that we can use magic now.
She
well,
sends
I
like
can't.
20. She texts like 20 exclamation marks. You must explain this to me tonight. I need to test it.
Well, aren't you with us?
Alyssum she's doing investigations on the other side of town on the internet.
So we're texting.
The nerd streets.
Yeah.
That's what I call the internet.
Wow, that's very cool of you.
Okay.
I only use books, okay? I don't
I am totally jacked off of
Whoa.
Yeah.
You jacked off the grid.
cyber jizz.
I'm jacked off, okay?
Are you drawing a sigil somewhere?
I could. Trying to sense the unseen, disturbances outside of normal perception.
All right. So give me that insight magic plus your total for scholar path of signs minus 18.
Minus 18.
So all base dice.
Fail on my one die.
Okay. All right. 1 second. All right. Nothing happens.
Bummer. All right, let's go to the subway.
All right. So it's 10:16. I think. Actually, let me just quickly narrate what happens with Alice and Vincent. Or sorry, that does come later when you guys meet up again. So yeah, you guys might be doing some further detailed stuff, but it's getting a little late. So why don't we end the session there?
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Rachel?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Helga is just working, and then is going home and waiting for you guys to come over to watch a movie.
It's just chilling.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys.
Painting your nail collection.
Gross.
Collection of human nails.
So